Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw for Insider Travel Report, and we thought we'd do something a little different than our usual. We interview general managers and heads of cruise lines and everything else, but we know that when you send your clients to a destination, you want to have recommendations on where to eat and also where the nightlife is. And so here we are in New York. I'm just outside of New York, and the gentleman with me here today is George Caravias, who's the founder and CEO of Dream Hospitality Group. And what's Dream Hospitality Group? Well, it's a series of immersive restaurants and nightclubs in Manhattan that you can send your clients to and recommend. And so we thought we'd talk to George about what he's created here and why it's so immersive in the Benham. But you'll hear all about that on Insider Travel Report. Now, George, first of all, it's great to meet you. You're actually in one of your nightclubs right now, right?
Yeah, pleasure to meet everybody.
Okay. So, first of all, tell me a little bit about Dream Hospitality Group. What is it and what does it do?
So we are a hospitality company that we focus on nightlife and restaurants. We own four nightclubs. One is Harbor Nightclub. One is Musica, the Staff Room, Whisper, which I'm in now, and we're also opening a members only lounge called Cola Club, and in the end of the summer. And we own three restaurants: Say Less, which is Asian fusion in the heart of Manhattan; Pappas, which is a Greek restaurant; and Panda Harlem, which is Asian fusion as well.
Wow. So you're kind of all over Manhattan with the restaurants and everything else, but you just described the restaurants. So let's focus on those restaurants. You said Panda Harlem is Asian fusion, and it is in Harlem, right?
Yes, it's in the heart of Harlem. It's on 133rd and 12th Avenue on the west side by Columbia University.
Oh yeah, no, I know that well. I went to school up there, so I know it very well. Now the other one is you said is well, sort of off your own arc because you're of Greek descent. Pappas, New York, and where is that?
That's in the Greenwich Village on McDougal Street. You know, the crazy busy McDougal Street that
Oh
everybody
yeah.
knows. We're actually right in the action. It's 103rd and McDougal. It's more of a restaurant that turns into, lively party style dinner.
Is it sort of a Greek theme though? You have the whole thing where
Yeah,
you're.
so you walk into the restaurant and you feel like you're in Greece.
Oh yeah, well I've been to many restaurants in Greece, and I'm sure you have too. It's a
Yeah,
big party scene when you get everyone with the music and everything else. And I don't know too many places like that. There probably are some, but this sounds like a wonderful opportunity to do that,
yeah,
right?
it's very few in New York, and what's happening and now people want an experience, so they just don't want to go to dinner and then go home. They want to stay, have drinks, party, dance, with their whoever they went to dinner with. That's a unique situation about Pappas.
Yeah, and is Panda Harlem the same way, or that?
No, Panda Home is mostly dinner, but
Yeah.
we do like brunch parties um, on Saturday and Sunday.
Okay. And what is the third restaurant you mentioned is what?
Say less.
Okay. And what is that?
That's Asian Fusion. It's only a restaurant that's on 38th Street between 7th and Broadway.
Oh wow, it's right there.
And yeah, that's really it's a hot spot for all the top hip hop artists, basketball players, tennis players, football players. Everybody loves it.
Yeah,
Every day.
not too far from
Every,
Madison Square Garden, right?
yeah, and it's great. The Knicks and Nets are always there.
Oh, fantastic. Now let's talk about the nightclubs. You said you had four nightclubs. Let's go over those too.
So two of them actually are the pretty much the biggest nightclubs in New York, meaning square footage wise. One is Harbor, which is the only nightclub in New York that has a retractable roof.
Oh,
So during the day, when we do our brunch parties or day events, we're allowed to open the roof, and you feel like you're in Miami or Los Angeles with with the roof open. It's great.
and where is that
Uh,
located?
that's on West 46th Street and West Side,
Oh, really? Way over. It's very close. Yeah, I know exactly where it is. Yeah.
and in the same building we have a nightclub. It's called the Staffer Room,
Okay.
which is more towards hip hop music, and it's great. It's a little bit smaller, but it definitely has a unique vibe to it. You'll catch every, hip hop artist hanging out there, partying. Same thing with the ball players. And then another nightclub that we own is called Musica,
Okay.
which focuses on house music
Okay.
and dance music, and that's on the west side as well. If you're driving down the West Side Highway on 50th Street, you'll see a big blue building that says Musica.
Okay. I'm gonna have to look for that. I drive down all the time on the west side.
Yes, you can't miss it.
Okay. I have to look for that. That sounds great. And you have another one for the.
Yeah, and in the same building, we have a smaller venue which is more unique. It's called Whisper, which focuses on open format music and hip hop as well.
And so you pretty much dominate the west side there with all those nightclubs.
Yeah,
Four of them right there.
listen, it's great to have those venues on the west side because it's obviously there's less people who live here, less complaints. Residents don't want to be bothered with all the
Yeah.
nightlife, people at night, especially the loud music. So that's why we focused on having the venues in that area, and they're close by, which is great for operation.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And I do know that west side is a lot of warehouses. You're close to the cruise ship ports. And actually, that's
Yeah,
another
we're
point.
actually right across. We're right across the street from the cruise ship ports.
Okay, so if you got customers coming in on a cruise ship and they want to have a night out in New York, there you
Yeah,
go.
that'd be great.
Yeah.
I'd love to have
Now,
it.
let's talk a little bit about why did you create, how did you create, and why did you create Dream Hospitality, and what was your vision to really develop these kind of combination restaurants and nightclubs?
So I've been in the business almost 20 years.
Right.
I have a crazy history. My family's in construction. Actually have an architecture degree, but when I was younger, I was helping one of my family members who owned a nightclub, promote his venue, and I fell in love with it.
Okay.
And from there, started doing different types of businesses, from high school parties to college parties to now, older events, which we still have those divisions that we promote to younger generation as well, to not in our venues, but in outside venues that we do.
Mhm.
But Dream was created a little over 10 years ago. The pre-pandemic, we were pretty much controlling, I would say 90% of all the nightclubs in New York. We were running
Wow.
the food and beverage and the nightlife for them. So we created a big audience. And after the pandemic, as it was ending, there was a lot of opportunities. As you know, a lot of businesses went out of business. So there was a lot of good opportunities to take over some venues, existing venues, or great leases. And that's what we created. And that's Harbor. It's been year 3.
Yeah.
CLS is year 2. Pappas is year 1. Musica just happened to be a year 1 now. So we're fairly new and we're still growing, and we're going to be expanding to other states and overseas as well in the next couple of years.
You're going to go back to your homeland, to Greece?
We actually do a lot of events in Greece.
Okay.
I've done a concert there. Actually, the second biggest concert ever in Greece. It was with 50 Cent and Konstantinos Argyros, who's a big Greek artist and a great friend. We did the Olympic Stadium. We did 50,000 people. And I do stuff in Mykonos, different type of hostings and cool parties in Mykonos. And we're going to keep continuing. We have a lot of stuff planned for the summer.
No, that's great. And as I said, I may be in Mykonos later this summer, hopefully this summer, maybe in June.
Yeah.
Now, now, all of your restaurants and nightclubs really feel like almost destinations on themselves, that you can come and really enjoy, have a wonderful dinner, and then go to one of your great nightclubs on the west side. You really kind of market them that way, right?
Yeah, that's how we flow. We're very big on return business and make sure everybody's a great time. And when people after the finish, eating, we love to, host them at our nightclubs. And the good thing is about all 4 venues, they play all different types of music. So it's not like we're competing with ourselves in our venues. So everybody has a different option, on the weekends to enjoy themselves. If they like Spanish music, we have a Spanish night with Latin music. If they like hip hop, if they like all open format, if they like dance music. So it's great to cater to everybody's needs, and that's why we just keep rolling.
No, that's fantastic. Now, you mentioned for the future you have another one planned for later this summer. What's that one?
So it's going to be a members only. It's actually in Soho.
Okay.
It's called Cola Club.
Okay.
It's going to be a members only lounge where people could come and It's small, fits 150 people, 200 people. Where during the day it could be a work environment, they can work there, and at night it turns into like different programming, comedy show, comedy night,
Oh, wow.
jazz night. Oh, yeah, it's gonna be great.
So you said you also have visions to expand beyond New York and to, Europe, everywhere else. What does the future hold for Dream Hospitality?
We're definitely going to go into the major cities, and we're going to pick, one or two brands and expand in the right way. Well, we watched a lot of other hospitality brands. They expand too quick, and they forget about the original location, and ends up failing because what we want to do is the same food that you eat at one of the restaurants in New York. We have to have the same quality in the other states or another country. So, people come to us, try to expand, but, we want to do it the right way and the correct way and make sure it doesn't hurt our brand.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I want to try your Greek restaurant with all of the entertainment afterwards. That sounds like a lot of fun. And then the other ones, just go to the restaurant and then go to one of your nightclubs. That sounds to be like an evening.
You'll love it.
Yeah. Now, is there anything else you want to tell our travel advisors out there? We go almost every one of them out there because they're going to talk to their clients about, hey, when you're in New York, this is what you should check out. What else do you want to tell them?
They'll love the food. We're big on our food and the quality of our food. They'll love, going out to the nightclubs and having a great time. And, we'll love to have, everybody.
Yeah.
We're big on tourism. You want everybody to have a good time and feel safe. And at the end of the day, have a great time with their guests.
Yeah. Now, where can they go to find out more about Dream Hospitality and all of the wonderful restaurants and nightclubs that you have?
They can go on our website, dreamhospitalitygroup.com.
Okay.
All our restaurants are there, or they can go to the specific restaurant's website.
Okay.
Book a reservation.
And is it hard to get into these nightclubs? Sometimes we think of nightclubs being very exclusionary, that you got to go stand in line and.
No, you know what? Our nightclubs are not that. We try not to have that vision as we pick and choose who comes in, and we want everybody to come in, have a great time, and enjoy themselves. The days of picking and choosing, I think, have come to an end. Being exclusive, the exclusive days, but especially with tourism, they don't want to go and wait online for 3 hours and waste their time.
Right.
'Cause they're very limited. They're here. They don't have much time when they visit. So we rather make sure that you get taken care of.
Well, it sounds like and it also sounds like you kind of emerged from the pandemic and really hit the ground running and expanded really dramatically just in the past few years, right?
Yeah, it was a tough time for everybody. We were very grateful to how we have grown, and we work very hard for it. We're a big team, and we're going to continue growing. We have great partners, and see what the future holds.
Well, George, it's great to meet you. Great to talk with you. And now I got to go. I mean, I'm here in New York, although I told you I was earlier. I'm heading to the Caribbean tomorrow. But one of these days, I got to check out some of your restaurants, and then hopefully you'll let me in the club, even old guys like me. Yeah.
Always.
Okay. Well, again, thanks very much. It's wonderful.
You only look like you're 21.
Yeah. Well, it's Botox does wonders, right? So anyway, great to meet you again. Check out George's Dream Hospitality Group. Check out all these restaurants, these wonderful nightclubs. I'm going to check them out. That's for sure. Next time I'm back in Manhattan. And again, thank you very much for taking the time to speak with me today.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I'm James Shillinglaw. Absolutely. You too. I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.